The change management process is very important. I'm just going to touch on this because this is starting with the end in mind. Okay? We need to define where we are now, the red, where we want to be, and most importantly, how are we going to get there. It's a very simple model, but we'll talk about where we've seen companies skip through the process and then change, waste reduction, issue ranking, all sorts of different things. If we do not stand by this model, then it's a very simple model. It's one sheet. I'm a simple kind of guy. I don't need to overcomplicate things. But if we think about where we are now, where we want to be, and how we're going to get there, you're going to increase the probability of change, successful change. There's other elements that we'll get into as well. But this is the key model. Just in terms of what does that mean, now is put a stick in the ground. Here's exactly where we are. Here's our starting point. Where is creating the vision? We know where we are now. Where do we want to be? What's success going to look like? And that's pretty easy to do, quite honestly. You know where you are now and where you want to be. The key is to define how you're going to get there. And we're going to talk about different strategies as we go through this process, but that's where the rubber meets the road, right? We know where we are now. We know where we want to be. My son wants to be the fudgy wudgy man at the beach when he grows up. That's his goal. So his assessment is, well, Dad, right now all I do is play at the beach. Well, where do you want to be? I want to be the fudgy wudgy man. Well, how are you going to get there? Well, Dad, you have to buy me a shore house to start, right? But that's the general process. Think about where you are now, where you want to be. Most importantly, how do you get there? What's your GPS? To get here today, I'm assuming for people that were here for the first time today, I assume you got in your car and just started driving. Probably not. You got in your car, you plugged 100 Whitmer Road into your phone, and you got here. That's your GPS, right? That's how you're going to get there. This strategy and the how, think about your company. And you're trying to deploy a strategy and you're going to need help from others. But if you don't give them the GPS or involve them in the GPS, how are you going to get there? That's what strategy is all about. Just in terms, there's a temptation for people to skip from the now. They know where they are now, and they want to try to fix things without where and how. Why do you feel that that's a natural temptation to do that? You identify the issue, and you start acting. Because the environments that we're in, it's based on how quickly you can get things done. Instant gratification, instant recognition, right? The reward structure of your company. Think about how employees are rewarded. They get things done. So therefore, is the question, the challenge for this group as leaders of your organization, is it how many things you get done or the significance of the things that you get done? Me personally, for this year, I set 3 objectives. I know people that have 25 things that they want to get done. What's the probability? Who do we feel is going to be most successful? And the answer is me. But if I have 3 things that I'm going to focus on and knock it out of the park, opposed to having 25 things, well, I'll be able to start a lot of the 25, but I won't be able to execute. Maybe some people in this room could. I personally know that I can't. Okay? So the natural temptation is to identify the now and start going. My recommendation is that you don't do that because it's only going to create an issue. Just in turn, we'll get to this at the end, but I want to present it to you now. This is the one-page accountability plan for what you should think about doing. Okay? This will be the final exercise that we work on, but I think it's relevant now. Just in terms of documenting what you're going to do. So the way that this sheet works, and this is for personal time management because we're going to discuss that, and you're going to leave with a tangible product that you can work on. The red is the now, the yellow is the where, and the green is the how. Similar to the traffic light. Stop where we are now. I'm not sure what you do with the yellow light, but the red light or the green is where you go. And document what is your strategy, what are the things that you need to do in order to get this done, who's responsible, and what is the timing.